Has been crazy. We have Nanny Kim on the go, the legend, the pioneer in the nanny industry. Ow, that just went into my eye. We have Nanny Kim on the go coming up. Um, we are having a few technical difficulties, but we are here. We're gonna do the live still. Um, we're gonna do the live still. Why does that smell? I'm trying to eat an orange, but it smells funny, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, we're just waiting for Kimmy Kim to join. Oh, there she is. Look on YouTube. We're just gonna download it and put it on there. Okay, so don't watch no face. We're here. We're here. Oh, is she? Accept. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Hey,
Hello.
how are
Hello.
you? Okay. We're here. No, first of all,
I
the
know.
fact
Can you hear me? Oh, let me move
I
this
can hear
down.
you. I can.
Good.
Oh, I love the makeup. It looks beautiful. How the hell do you do your eyes? Me?
Oh,
It looks
yeah.
so good.
Thank you.
No, you need
I
to come
do
and
a
give me
little. I
a
do a
lesson.
little color here. I do a
No,
darker
it's
color, a lighter
nice.
color, and then like a little something in between.
Yeah, no, it's Nanny find that out. She just came in, just all bright. You know what I'm saying? Do not let the technical difficulties get in the way of our energy because listen, it happens to the best of us. Okay?
It happens. I was like, man,
Yeah,
I need you to shine. I need you to be on
yeah.
both platforms.
You're gonna
I
do
just can't make it
everything.
happen.
Don't
Thank you,
worry,
man.
you're gonna be on everything. I'm not gonna let yours go to waste, okay? It's going on Facebook, it's going on YouTube. Everyone's gonna see it, all right? Because we're out here. We need the people to be going and getting that ebook, yeah? How to
Yes.
find your perfect nanny. Nanny
How
Kim has got
to?
ebook at
That's
the moment.
it.
All of us nannies need to go and buy it. Yeah, go and support black businesses. See, and Anne said you look absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Princess, we love you. She said you're looking fabulous. Thank you. I can't say that in an English accent because it just won't bang the same. Do you know what I mean? You're looking fabulous. It just
thank you.
to go.
And part
Um,
two,
yeah,
I can always depend on the earrings. You see, I tried to wear something big like you.
yeah.
I,
I saw
I don't have
everyone's
like really
coming with
big
that.
ones.
Okay, I love
I
it.
always tell people
Love
like
it.
I don't have a long neck, so I don't really wear long
Yeah,
earrings. I try.
earrings. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Where are they from?
They were actually a gift.
Oh,
No, they were a gift, and I've
yeah.
had them probably for about a year, and I never wore them.
Oh, so this is for me. I feel special.
Yeah, I just pulled them out this week, and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling Nanny Shar's inspired,
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
to do some big earrings this week. So
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Everyone said, I'm bringing my lipstick, I'm bringing my earrings. They all know that's Nanny Shah. That's my trademark. Hi,
exactly.
how are you? I wanted to just say quickly though, thank you first of all, because this has been well overdue, Kimmy Kim.
I
Like the
know.
people don't know, yeah, but you're actually like my sister. Like me and Kim talk like nearly well every day. Like
Yeah,
since we
we
met last
we
year,
talk every day, and
every day.
we do like a video chat once a week. And
Yes, yes,
yeah,
literally. That is what it is. Like this is my sister right here, yeah. No one can't tell me this ain't my sister, yeah. Like you're just amazing. You know I love you to pieces. Like any advice that I get from you, just she puts me in check as well. Because sometimes I'm going on my little bratish little, ways, and she's like, Shada, that's not right. I'm like, ah. She will tell me like, listen, you can't say that because I'm like, yeah, no one does that with me. Only like my friends back here. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, Shadi, you're amazing. Yeah, I am, but I can be a bit of a brat. And you put me up on that. It's a Gemini in you, so I just love you because you hold me accountable to my BS.
oh,
Do you know what I mean? So I love you, man.
yeah.
Tell the people, tell the people you are. But I'm like, everyone knows you, but there might be that person living under a rock.
I
That.
mean, I don't think everyone knows me.
No,
I'm
they do.
nice.
No, they do. In
So
the industry, they do. They might act like they don't know you, but they know you. They be watching.
there you go.
They be watching.
What I hope.
Let them know you.
Hi, everybody.
Mike Kim Kim.
Jesse Jamboree. I was just watching you, honey. I was feeling everything.
Yeah,
Insight to
he's
marketing.
amazing.
Love you. So
Oh, I
I
love
need.
that.
I'm representing for New Jersey. I'm
Hey!
representing for. I want to say the 40 plus nannies.
Yeah,
I've been in the industry for over 25 years. I have tried to leave, guys. Trust me, I really have. But I love for the industry keeps calling me back. I love what I do. I love childcare. I've gone to nanny school. I started right out of high school. I ended up going to nanny school because it was just something that I felt like I needed to do because I love education and things are always changing. You can hear echo somewhere. I'm hearing an echo, she says.
It must be just you. I can't hear it echo.
No? Is it on this side?
There's not echo.
Okay. Well, I thought I heard something.
I can't hear echo.
So I actually have been in the industry for over 25 years. I started off as a nanny and then I did stuff childcare for like in a daycare setting. I worked in a safe haven. I have done like a gamut of things, but I eventually went to newborn care specialty, and I think my specialty has really been with toddlers and new parents and infants. So I do all of that. I'm also a foster parent. I'm a licensed foster parent, so I'm always advocating for that. Hi,
Oh,
Kim.
Kim. Yes, Kim. Please try adjust your phone. Have you got headphones in?
No, I don't.
Okay. Unconnect to your headphones. Don't worry. In our group chat, this is Kimmy Kim. Like, what was like, Kim, your phone. We can't hear you. Kim, turn it up. See, me and Angela, forever telling Kimmy Kim. Kim, Kim, we can hear it. Kimmy Kim, this is us. I love that this is like a true feedback.
The real.
Yeah, it's real. And that's what it's about. My platform's all about the real. So this is good. I don't care. We like imperfections. No one is perfect, okay? They said there's a feedback. So have you got another device that I'm on?
I don't know. I took the cord out. Is there still a
Yeah.
feedback?
No.
No feedback?
Yeah. So that it was a cord. Damn cord. Yeah, it was a cord.
The cord won't let me be great.
Oh, shit, the enemy of progress. It's moving like one hater.
Listen, somebody doesn't want me to shine today.
Oh, listen. That's not gonna happen.
Is that better? Is that better, everybody?
Yeah, that's my see. Yeah, it's much better. It's much better. By the way, Kimmy Kim, can I say something to you quickly? My mom has been waiting for this live. Like, she called me and she was like, I am waiting, yeah, for the Kimmy Kim live. I'm going to be at work, but as soon as I finish, I'm coming to watch it. She absolutely loved Gina. She fell in love with Gina. She just kept going on about Gina. There's a few other nannies that she's meant to me, but this one, she's like, oh, Gina's just literally come in. I'm actually...
I saw.
I literally about to message her, but my mom fell in love with you, Gina. She was just going on for about 10 minutes about Gina. Then she was like, have you got Nanny Kim on the go on there? I said, yes, I do. She's like, well, I'm watching that. I'm watching that one. She's like, oh, Gina's spirit. Oh, Charlotte, yes, keep her close. Everything radiant. She's just going on. I said, Lord Jesus. And then she said, Nanny Kim on the go. And I was like, yeah, she's coming up. And she said, okay, that one, I'm watching. My mom watches all of them on the replay. So if she's watching this, hey, Mama, we love your mom. Thank you. Yeah, she literally can't wait to watch this one. She was just like, I'm so excited. My mom's like my biggest fan. Bless her. This is good.
Last year we wanted to do it, and I just didn't have the time during everything.
Oh,
I still hear feedback. You know what? I'm gonna go out and come back in, and let me see if that makes a difference. I still hear feedback.
Okay. I can't. Maybe what's wrong with my ears? Kimmy Kim's gonna go out. I love your mom. getting on my nerves.
Okay, this is the real.
They're saying they can't hear me.
No way. Shut up. Are you serious?
Oh, can you not hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me. Yeah. Hear you. Now I can. Oh, back now.
I don't hear feedback,
Yo,
so I think we're good.
I'm going to thump up Instagram, you know. It's getting on my nerves. Like, you need to allow it. Levels. Oh, we hear you now. What is going on? This is annoying. But you know what? We're going to keep it. I'm not deleting it. I swear I will. Listen, CEO of Instagram, fix up. Yeah, because I'm not trying to come and cut out your blood clot. Yeah, it's just cut. Fix up.
All right.
I can hear you both. Ah, we're here. Guys, Kimmy Kim, I need you to do your
This is what you
intro.
call perseverance, okay?
Bro.
Nannies, staying power. We persevere. We rock.
Yo, I'm not letting this go. Like, I need you to be on this live and I need you to shine, yeah? Because you know how much I love you. So, literally, even if it meant I had to record something and put it up, something is going up, okay? So let's go. From the beginning. Right. Let's start again.
From the beginning. Nanny Kim, 25 years plus in the industry. I have been doing everything from childcare all the way up to travel nanny. I'm really just loving what I do. And right now I am, I like to call myself one of the seasoned nannies. I'm 40 plus, so I like to call myself a seasoned nanny. And I really have been taking the time this year to give back to my community and, you know, help with professional development and really just hone in on some of the younger nannies' skill sets and communication. And so I think that even though like people say, oh, Kim, what don't you do? I do a lot of things, but there are some things that I do very well and I'm really glad about it. So nannying is one of them. That's like that's my thing. I love the kids. I love to like pour into them and like just do things that make people happy. And kids are really easy to please. So
they sure are. They sure are.
That's me in a nutshell.
No, it's not. There's more to you. Let me continue. Kim, put the glasses for this one. Kimmy Kim used to be a dog groomer. She's a foster parent. Anything you want to know about foster caring, she's your person to go to. She has a beautiful Bubba, who I class as my niece now. Yeah, my baby Cece. She's amazing. She's a Virgo like me too, so you know she's amazing. Kim comes to me, she's like, "You Virgos, oh my god!" Like, yeah, and I'm like, "Listen, this is what she's like, because that was me when I was younger. I get it. My mom gets it. Like, that was me. Yeah." She's amazing. She sure is. So,
such a piece of work, as I call her. Both
absolutely. Yeah, that is us. That is us. That is us, yeah? No, guys, Kim does a lot, yeah? At the moment, she has an ebook out, How to Find Your Perfect Nanny, How to Find the Perfect Nanny. Go to her website. I'm going to put it in the comments, www.nannykimondego.com. Go there and support her. Everyone's talking about, yeah, let's support nannies, yada, yada, yada. Go and buy the book, yeah? Don't just talk. Go, come off the live, go buy it, come back, say purchased, okay? That's what we need you guys to do. Even if it might not apply to you, you can buy it as a gift for someone else, yeah? So go and support this. Go and support, okay? Black businesses and all that, you know what I'm saying? She also has a smart box, yeah? Which is an amazing box full of toys that are tailored to your child's age and child development. So that's Nanny Kim's smart box, right? Nanny Kim's smart box?
It's the smart box to go. So
smart box to go. There you go. Let me, let's pin that. There you go. There's the website. If you go on there, you can find all of the stuff that she does. Go and buy it out the block. That's what I'm going to say. Buy out the block. Just buy everything. Everything you see, buy it. Okay? Like, we're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to support you. Go and do it right now. Okay? Thank you. Yes. So Kim does a lot in the industry. She's a village leader. What's your saying?
Oh, that I'm a village leader, that one. That it takes a village and I'm a village leader. That is my mantra. I live by it.
Amen. Can the church say amen?
No point in, hey babe, there's no point in being in the village if you're not going to lead. That's, I mean,
Trust me. Trust
you
me,
know,
because they ain't trying to follow. Not me.
it's
I try to be
true.
up there
It's
with you,
true.
you know?
I mean, I think that's the big thing is, I've always grown up that your word is your bond, your name is everything. You know, the image that you put out is, you know, people always look at you and they see the first impression. Like the first impression, people, you know, kind of throw it away right now, but it really
Yeah.
is a huge thing. People have biases and they make impression. You make an impression as soon as you walk in the room before you even open the door.
Hmm.
You have, you know, you social media is really huge. Like when you go on your page, people see like that first impression, like they say the first
Hmm.
nine, the top 9 posts on your page is what people look at, and they're making an impression of you just in that moment. And so
Now you got to
we,
look at
you
mine.
know, when as nannies, we have to really, really watch, you know, the impressions that we make and the things that we say and the things that we do around children and being able to explain what we do. We actually do have to answer to them and what, you know, what we're showing them and what we're giving them. So yeah, first impressions are everything. It,
Absolutely.
it is what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally
Yeah.
agree.
But,
So,
yeah. Accountability. Yes.
yeah,
Neuroscience.
it really
Account-
is. It
Total.
really is.
Yeah.
So, at the moment, what was your like last nanny role like? Like, what was you doing in that role?
um, I would say the last 2 roles I've had I've done more emergency care. And the
Yeah.
last 2 roles, they were short roles. I didn't want to take on um, long, you know, I guess projects and long. Cause usually I go in, and I'm the type of nanny that because I do more parent consulting, I go in and I don't just nanny. I do a lot of parent consulting. So when I go in, I'm usually figuring out what's going on in the house, what needs to be
Mm-hmm.
adjusted, and getting it ready for, you know, the long run. When I'm
Mm.
with my families, I don't take on families that are easy. I always take on families that have like something going on, and I'm like, oh, they
Yeah.
need help. They need me. You know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so my last long role, it was, you know, I had a family that came in from Germany. The kids didn't speak English, you know, trying to adjust them to being here right at the height of COVID.
Yeah.
Soon as they moved here, like literally 2 days later, the state shut down. I had to move in with them. Me and my daughter had to move in
Yeah.
with them, help them, you know, get the kids together. And then once I felt my time was up with them, I took on 2 smaller roles that were emergency cases where they were
Yeah.
in between nannies and they needed some help with sleep
Yeah.
training, getting things together. So I go in and I kind of get their house situated, and teach them a little bit about nanny etiquette, which
Yeah.
is like a thing for me. I'm really big
Big.
on
Big.
having families understand like your home should be set up for a nanny. If you
Yeah.
have, if you're like, if you have a house and you have a nanny and you've gone through 3 nannies in a year, it's not the nanny, it's you. It's something in this home that is not making it nanny
Yes.
friendly.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of that, going into homes and saying like, listen, I can talk to you the way I need to because I'm not going to be here for long. Your home is not nanny friendly. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to
Yeah.
keep a
Yeah.
nanny,
Yeah.
I can help you, but we're going to have to
We
get
need
you
you
a
over
nanny.
here, man.
Yeah.
We need you over here for few families, car. Huh.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I mean, people don't really know. They think that they're like, and it's so funny because they'll think that they're amazing employers. They're like, I'm nice, I'm friendly, you know, I have coffee made for them when they come, but like your kids are not on a sleep schedule. You know, you don't want to enforce a sleep schedule. They don't take a nap, and like you pile on extra work for the nanny, which means like she
Yeah.
never has a break, and
Yeah.
it's just unrealistic. And so,
Yeah.
you know, I think that those things are part of nanny etiquette. It's a part of what every family should know if they're about to hire a nanny. So
Yeah.
I go through a lot of that in my book. Like there's a whole chapter that is nanny etiquette, like nanny and
Love that.
family etiquette.
I love that.
Like, you know, there are responsibilities that you have as
Yeah.
a parent and an employer. You know, if you're going to bring someone in your home. So, you know, I think that it's important to be said. It's important to, you know, share because, you know, we actually go in and then we have to school the employers, and that's not
Yeah.
really the nanny's job. Is not their job is not to school you on how to be treating them.
Yeah.
So, you know, those are the things. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing with my time.
I love that. And you know what I really enjoyed? Learning a lot about just hearing the progress, because I was obviously talking to you like every day around the time that you was with these families, and I would just I love seeing like, you know, the wins, us celebrating the wins with you, like when you first managed to get the girl to have a nap, a 2-hour nap, and you was like, guys, like Nanny Kim starts again, like, you know, got her sleep. We just really good kind of thing for me and Angela. We were just like, yay, you know, and we would like encourage you in the group. And then for most people that don't know, me, Angela, Ask the Nanny, and Nanny Kim on the Go, we're in a group, and it's just like sisterhood. It's just amazing. And did you create it? Who created it? You created it?
Probably.
Or Angela? Was you?
It probably was me, because I'm always like in the talk. I
Yeah.
like talk and to
yeah. I can't remember who created it, but I just literally.
We always like, I was with a friend when I was in Atlanta, and we had our talk on the phone in the car, and I'm in the car with her, and she's like, "Are you on the phone?" And I'm like, "Listen, these are my girls, my sisters. I gotta talk to them." She's like, "Yo, do this every week," and I'm like, we do it every week.
Literally, and then she got involved as well, which was nice. Like, you know, and then it turns out she lived in South London, like where I'm from, and I'm just like, you know, such a small world. But I would say, like, it's so needed. Like, some days as a nanny, you just have those really odd days, like really off days, and it's just nice to have you and Angela. I can't think of anyone else I would want to be in a group with, to be honest. Like, you guys are like foundation for me, and you just embraced me from the jump. Like, from you helped me to connect with a lot of nannies, because what did we do? Where did we connect? A Zoom call, right? There was a Zoom call. It was Alexa Ray every 2 weeks, every other Sunday she does a nanny meetup. Does she still do that?
Yeah, she still does it. Not as much lately, because she's been busy. So sometimes she'll do it, and Jess will take over. Jess
okay.
So
but just had
jump on lately, but
I need to go on
possible and try and
literally.
And I think that's like the one of the biggest things, because you know, Angela and I always talk, and if you've ever heard Angela talk, that's Ask the Nanny, Angela. She always says how it was really hard for her because she didn't have a community. I was saying the other day when I was on live with Hey Crystal Gale, how someone this week posted, they posted something, and they were asking the nannies to write, you know, who was it that welcomed you into the nanny community, or, you know, who was the first, something like that. And people were posting all of these, like, tagging these persons. Oh, this person brought me in, and this person is my friend. And, you know, I thought about it, and I'm just like, no one welcomed me in. Like, I didn't have anyone. There was no one. I didn't have a nanny community. I had to create communities. And because I was a travel nanny and I moved a lot, I literally would go places and go on meetup.com and join the stay-at-home mom groups, or start a group. Just so that I can have a community. But I always have a lot of moms and not a lot of nannies. And it was like, when I did meet nannies, they were so standoffish. And so it took me a really long time to find a community of nannies that really, really understood and was around. And so that's, now I'm always just like, find your people, you know, get your circle. Not everybody is for you, but find the people that are for you, and you build. You know, I'm always about communication. Like, if you have a problem with someone in the nanny community, figure it out, talk to them, like, communicate. Don't burn bridges. Don't, you know, people are so,
you know, me and Kim are always going at it about this. We're always going at it, because I'm hella burning bridges.
You're like,
I'm okay with burning a few bridges. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I don't talk to you. Kim's like, no, Shana, you have to not burn bridges. I'm burning it down. Yeah, I don't play. She's like, no, Shana, you never know, you're gonna need something in the future. I got everyone I need. I'm so ignorant with it. Like, if you do anything to me, especially in the nanny world, I would just like, you don't exist to me anymore. And a few nannies have felt that because I don't play when it comes to being genuine. Like for me, being genuine is like number one. So if you show signs or do stuff that's a bit shady, you can't be
But
on my team. I am not trying
I have seen the
to.
shadiest people grow over time, and I
Yes,
think
you have.
um,
Haven't
I've
been there to
seen,
see that.
yeah, I've seen people grow, and I take people for where they are at that time. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, I think in my age and just in who I am and how I grew up, I'm considered a really wise person. But I also feel like there have been times when I was probably that spoiled person in the room, being loud and you know saying what I feel because I'm so boisterous and just saying
Yeah,
like, this is what I feel. If you don't like it, then go
yeah,
kick rocks. But
yeah.
I've learned that not everybody is going to feel the way that I feel, and not everybody is
Hmm.
going to respond the way that I want them to respond. And if
Hmm.
I'm having a problem with someone responding a certain way, that's my problem. Like, I need to look inside and say, why am I having a problem with how they responded to me or how they
Yeah.
responded to something that I feel so strongly about?
Hmm.
And it's not their problem. And I feel like sometimes people should see the backside of the door. Absolutely. I have no problem getting rid of those people. But sometimes it is a thing of me saying, am I having an issue because of something personal that's going on with me with how they responded? And if
Mm.
it's my personal issue, then I don't need to show them the door. I just need to let
Yeah,
them be who they are and deal with what I have
yeah,
to do. And so that's when I say, not burning the bridge, I feel like a lot of people will have a personal issue with something that triggers them, and
yeah,
they take it
yeah.
out on the other person. That person
Hmm.
hasn't said anything wrong. That person hasn't done anything wrong, but
Hmm.
it's how they feel. And so that reaction, I have to be empathetic and say, if the shoe was on the other foot, how would they feel if I just walked away from them because they had an issue with what I said or something like that?
Hmm.
So, I question myself before I burn bridges.
Yeah,
And
I don't.
you know me, I'm super forgiving. So it takes a lot to
Yeah,
burn a bridge for me. If you burn
yeah,
a bridge,
absolutely.
there is no
Yeah,
rebuilding.
yeah. Because it's taken years. Me, you can burn a bridge very quick and it will burn down and it can't get back up. Yeah, it can't. Like the bridge is done. That's
Yeah.
it. Like you're in the water. You try to jump on that bridge, you're going in the water. Okay, and I won't be trying to save you. No, I don't play. I'm so zero tolerance to bullshit. I just can't. Like, I can't. It's not me. Bless Anne. She says, "You're so kind, Shada. Don't believe it." Oh, thank you. I'm kind, but I'm brutal as well. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm
Yeah.
for genuine people. Like, I can't do the fakeness. I can't. But Kimmy Kim's good. She can see past the fakeness and see the good in it. Me, no, I'm not that person. You,
And
Kim, and
that
Angela are
and
the
that's
dream team. Oh, I like that.
who
Yeah,
said
we are.
that? Who said
Oh,
we are dream
you're both brilliant. I have the biggest smile on my
Oh,
face. Look, that's Ria, Neuroscience Nanny Network. It's Ria. London
oh,
Bridge Nursery Rhyme came to mind. London Bridge is falling down. Yeah, it is, and he ain't getting back up. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
London Bridges met Humpty Dumpty. That's how I
Literally, that's
know.
what it is. That's what it is. Literally, you're all cracked on the floor like Humpty Dumpty, and yeah, you can't get back together again. That is me, man. That is me. I'm very
Oh
forgiving,
my
but
God.
I'm forgiving with
Yeah.
certain people.
Yeah.
I'm very forgiving with certain people. I have to love you to be very forgiving.
But that is what you said that is the key. And this is, I think that a lot of people don't understand that, and it's even something that I teach a lot of the parents, like that want me to come in and get my kids together, just get my kids together. And I'm like, in order to get your kids together, I have to have a relationship with them. You cannot. I tell people all the time, and I'll have people, they'll come to me and they'll try and read me about something. Well, you wrote this on a post and I didn't agree with it, or you did this and I didn't agree with it, or you said this and I didn't agree with it. And I laugh and I say, it's okay, because at the end of the day, I would love to be able to sit with you and listen to what you have to say, but we don't have that type of relationship. And you, like, people have to understand and learn, if you don't have a relationship with someone, you cannot give them advice. If you don't have a relationship with someone, you cannot give them advice. You don't take advice from someone you don't have a relationship with.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Because you don't know where it's coming from. You know, when
Yeah.
you take advice from someone, you want it to come from a genuine place, from someone who loves you, from someone that you know cares about you, not from just someone who is thinking about how they feel about it for their own, you know, purpose and their own view or whatever. I don't take advice from people like that. I have family members that think that they can read me. Oh, let me tell you about yourself. Guess what? When you started saying all of that, I cut it off, because you and I, we don't have that type of relationship. So there's nothing that you can say that is going to move me, to make me want to change my mind, to make me want to take something back, you know, that I said. And so I think that a lot of people, and this is not just for friendships, it's not just for family, it's for work as well. When we are sitting and we're, you know, building with these children and we're in their face and we're trying to teach them, we can't discipline them if we don't have a relationship with them. It doesn't work. It, you know, it just doesn't work like that. That's not how life works. It's not how people work. Our brains are not even, you know, built that way. So, you know, a lot of times, if you want to have a relationship with someone, you have to build it. It's not something that just comes, you know, and so that's why I'm so big on teaching communication. Let's teach some styles of communication, because clearly, like, we are lacking basics of communication. We're lacking the ability to know what friendship is, because we don't know how to build them. So many people are so used to just blocking and deleting people that they carry that over into their everyday vocabulary. Don't block and delete me when I have 20 years built into this relationship. I have had people that I have put years into a relationship with. Like, I still have friends from, like, kindergarten that are my best friends. Like,
wow, that's a long time.
4th, 5th grade, I've been in them, like, in the delivery room with them. I have put work into this. I have helped you raise your children. You don't get the right to just tell me, oh, you pissed me off and so I deleted you. I will show up at your house. You're not going to take all those years from me and then try and tell me you burning the bridge. Let me tell you. You will never, ever get it back. You know, so there's been times, and people will say, well, you know, have there been times that you know, have had issues with people where you don't talk to them? Absolutely. I have had issues with people that have been my best friends. And 5 or 6 years down the road, they have come back and been like, can we talk? And I absolutely hold nothing against them for those 6 years, because I had a relationship that I built with them. I know that person. And maybe in that moment they were going through something. Maybe in that particular moment, I didn't know everything that was going on, because you have friends and sometimes you keep secrets from them, and that's life, you know? So you have to, you know, trust that what you're building with people is because, you know, you see something genuinely in them and you want to give yourself to them. And, and so it is important that, you know, you have seasonal people that come in and out, you have acquaintances, but real true friendships, they're work. They are work. And you have to invest in them and be willing to really put that time into it. So it's a huge thing.
I love these full circle moments. Charlotte can never get rid of me. Never. I'm not trying to. Don't worry. I am not trying to. I know all the people that are going to be here in 10 years' time. I know that for a fact. Miss Morgan, I absolutely love you, and we need to have a chat. We need to catch up, okay? So nice to see you here. I've got a few. If you guys have any questions for Kim, please put it in the question box and we will ask them for her. I have a few questions for you, Kimmy Kim, and I want to go through a few questions with you. I feel like I know some of the answers, but some I don't. So this will be good for me. Okay. I'm going to ask you the question and you have to answer very quickly within less than a minute, yeah? Let me see if I can get my timer. Like, let's say you got 30 seconds, yeah, to answer each question.
Oh.
Yeah? Okay. I just like to do quick fire questions, you know what I mean? By the way, someone said earlier that I need my own talk show. That's actually true. So if you know any TV producers that would
I
want to do like a nanny talk show,
You
I'm
are
your
like
girl.
the Wendy Williams of
How are you doing?
Nannyville. How you doing?
How you doing? Listen, I'm trying to be the Oprah of nannies, yeah? So let's go. Let's do it. I'm trying to have Oprah money too. So, right, I'm going to start. I'll give you a minute because 30 seconds goes quite quick. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what made you want to become an entrepreneur?
I was born an entrepreneur. I
Oh,
I never I have never known a time when I have not made money outside of what someone gives me. I I just have a ability to work, and I like it, and I like to have my own money, and I like to create things, and you know, that's just what I do. So it's always been there.
I love that. I was born an entrepreneur. I love that. Absolutely love that. In you. That is very true because you can balance a lot of things. When you balance all this stuff, it makes me tired. I'm like, how are you doing this? Because I'm here struggling with my little two, three things going on. And you're like, yeah, I got this. I can't and your mother, which goes on to my next question. Did you feel prepared for motherhood because you was a nanny?
I felt as prepared as I could be. I don't feel like after I became a mom that I was prepared. Like when I became a mom, I was just like, oh, I was not prepared for this. But
Yeah, yeah.
but I feel like the nanny lessons that I've learned, child development, all of those things, they definitely put me in a better place than someone who was new, who didn't
Yeah.
know anything about children and child development. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. You're answering these questions very well and very quickly.
Thank you.
Does motherhood feel different to nannying? And if so, in what ways?
Yes. It it's different in every way. I think I heard Carrie saying the other day that in VIP Parola say the same thing. Like literally they're with you all the time. Like there is no off button. As a nanny, you get to turn off.
Mhm.
As a mom, you don't. And that was like the biggest thing. Like if anybody has like seen any of the becoming a mom story that I've told on my social media, like I
Yeah.
didn't know that you could go through postpartum as an adoptive mom, and like I had it hard. Like I
Mm.
really really struggled with the transition because I felt like because I adopted and I didn't have her, through birth, I honestly went through a time where I always felt like someone was going to come and get her. I had a hard time bonding with her
Yeah.
because I grew up in a home where my mom was a foster parent. And so I had gotten used to attaching to kids and then them leaving, attaching to kids and then them leaving. It's what makes me a great nanny. I don't really have the, detachment issues. When I love on them while they're here. And then when they leave, I move on to the next kid to love. And so it was really hard for me to bond with her because I kept feeling like, she's not mine. She's going to leave. So she had bonded to me, but I couldn't bond with her. It was a really, really tough time. So I think that was like the toughest time that I had as a parent
Mm.
is, finding that bond and being able to really get through the postpartum.
Yeah. That's so understandable because I really want to be a foster parent. It's like my dream, to be a foster parent. And so that is definitely something that's coming in about 20 years, I will say, because I still got like 20 years in me of nannying. But that's something that I never really thought of. Like I just assumed you would automatically bond with them, but that's not true. You probably
It's,
won't. So
it's
that's
not.
really something to think
It's
about.
really, it's really hard. And then the other thing too, the other aspect of that is because I went, I adopted through fostering. When you foster, they give you a stipend to help. So it really felt like a job. It felt like I was getting paid to be a mom. So it just felt like I was
Wow.
working. So I always had this feeling of like, until the adoption is finalized, she's not mine. Someone's gonna come and take her. So
Wow.
it was really hard to bond because of that. So I mean, now we're fine.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
you would think she was like a breastfed baby or something. She's like
yeah.
attached
Yeah.
hit, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Your
it took a
handbag.
harder time for me. It was very hard, you know.
Wow, that's interesting. You have a question by Nan by Nature. When are you writing a book about this? Because it's fascinating.
Oh, oh, I don't know. I had never thought about it. I
Uh,
never thought
I
about it.
think
That
she's
is a
thinking she needs to write a book about foster caring, being a foster parent, being a black foster parent as well, because I'm sure white people's foster caring is very different experience.
it is.
Um, it's very different, and I know I follow quite a lot of white parents that have adopted black children, and it's
Mhm.
so beautiful just to see how they're being brought up and how they try to still, help that child learn about their culture and where they're from. But yes,
Yeah.
everyone's saying write a book. Yo, write the book because I'm giving you 20 years, yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
going to be a foster parent in 20 years time. So how old would I be? I'll be in my 50s, which is amazing. I'll be a young 50, you know what I'm saying? And I need all the tips, okay? I
You
need
need
all
to
the tips.
listen.
I need
I
all the
will write the
tips.
book. I will write
Okay,
the book. But yeah, I would
cool.
definitely write. And it's funny because I'm in a group that is black women who foster. And you know,
Really?
just hearing, yeah, and just hearing some of the stories.
Oh,
Sometimes I sit there and I talk to them, and they're just like, Kim, like if it wasn't for you telling us the truth, or you know, and
yeah.
I have to tell them
I'm
just
happy
like
for
I tell
doing
the
that, you
nannies,
know?
like, you know, find your voice, and you know, we're advocates. You know, we have to advocate, you know, for the children that we nanny, and as a foster parent, we have to advocate for the foster children, and you know, because they're in a system where they're just a number and unfortunately, they're money makers for, you know, foster care. And, you know, you look at so many of the things that are happening just in, you know, I don't know how it is in the UK, but in America, the medical kidnapping that they do, that's made like a huge thing on social media recently, because
Yeah,
there was
that's
the
all
American
right.
yeah, the American Idol lady who lost her children because you know, she was you know, doing everything natural and vegan, and the baby had failure to thrive. And so when she took the baby to the hospital, they literally said, oh, you know, this is neglect and abuse. This is medical neglect and medical abuse. And, you know, foster system came into the hospital, took the baby. And then when she had her new baby, they took that baby as well. And so, not that she was a bad parent, the baby had a medical issue. They were trying to seek medical attention and the baby was taken, but it happens like literally every day. She just happened to be well known and like really made a, you know, it was something that went viral. But it's what I speak about all the time. You know, make sure that you have custody of your kids, make sure that you understand the law, make sure you understand the system, because it's very easy for you to be a parent. And like literally, my daughter went to school yesterday and the director called me and she's like, she's potty training, and she was scared she didn't want them to change her diaper. So she was like, if you change my diaper, daddy is going to spank me. We don't spank over here.
See,
I'm
you
like,
know what?
so
My,
she
you
is,
know what?
so she literally, the thing was, because they know me, they know that I'm a nanny, they know how I speak to her, they know how I talk to her. They called me and they're like, you know, if she would have said that to the wrong person, you would have had a knock at the door. Social services would have been coming to my door trying to
Yeah,
see, am I abusing my child? Am I,
yeah,
you know, and I'm like, thank God that people know who I am, how I discipline her, because they see it. They see it every day. And, you know, we had to have a conversation with her at 4, like, why you don't tell, you know,
yeah.
lies, why
That
you have
happened
to,
recently.
you know. And so it's really important to understand and to communicate with people, and really understand the laws, because it's just like super easy for you to lose your kids right now. It's so easy for the system to come in and take them. And you know, not everybody is a foster parent like me, not everybody is a foster parent like some of the parents I know. You know, some people just do it for money and they really don't care about the kids, and the kids stay in the system. And if you don't know how to fight the system, you don't know what you can do and what your rights are as a parent, and what your rights are as, you know, a citizen, you just sit around crying and hoping that somebody's going to help you. And I had to learn the hard way because I had, you know, godchildren who I took custody of. I had, I had people in my family who worked in the foster system. So I really had to learn it. And so it's a huge thing for me. It's very important to me that people have the education. You know, I don't always get to give it out, but I do, you know, when I can, you know. So yeah, it is one of
I
those
love
things.
that. Everyone's telling you to write the book. What did I tell you? My mom entered the chat. My mom's in the chat. I
I
told you she's
know.
coming. This is the first one I've seen her on, actually. She's like, Nanny Kim on the go. I'm coming to watch. I'm finishing work and I'm coming to watch. I love my mom. She's so supportive. So, Kimmy Kim, every time you talk here, I feel like I learn something new.
Oh,
So,
well,
like, I
good.
learned something, even in our private conversations, I feel like I learned something new because you're very honest anyway, genuine as a friend, but also just like, you're just like a ton of knowledge. Like, I'm like, how can one person have so much knowledge? Like, it's just mind blowing to me. Like, this live could easily be 5 hours and we still have so much to say. Do you know what I mean? But I still
Yeah,
got more questions to ask
I
you.
am a genuine nerd. I am a genuine nerd. Like,
Yes, me too.
I'm one of those people are like, is that a TV that I hear in the background? And I'm like, yeah, I have the TV on. They're like, you never watch TV. Are you sick?
Yeah,
Like I literally,
yeah,
I'm one of those weirdos that like if I
yeah,
have a thought in my head and I'm wondering something, I will get online or go to the library and just look until I feel like I've found out enough information about something.
that is
So I
me.
have like tons of random
Researcher.
thoughts and tons of
Yeah.
random information that's just
Hmm.
always bobbling around in my head.
Yeah,
It's very weird. I always say like if I had Alzheimer's, that would be like the worst way for me to go because
yeah,
I love that I have a lot of knowledge
yeah,
up here.
yeah,
And
yeah,
to see someone like literally have Alzheimer's and just like lose all of their knowledge, it's the worst
mm,
thing. The worst.
yeah,
I think that's the worst
yeah,
feeling ever. So
yeah.
yeah,
No, we're not going to wish
just
that on you.
random thought.
Yeah, yeah, for real, for real. I want to take it back a little bit because I was very surprised to hear that you're an only child.
I am.
And
Thank
that
you.
was so shocking to me because how you're so comfortable with people, yeah. Also, knowledge wise, like you're very accountable for someone that's an only child. Like something I've seen, like a running thing that I've seen with only children, is they're not very good at holding themselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
But you're very good at doing that. Very good. And I'm like, where did that come from? Did you have loads of cousins?
I did. I have
Oh, okay.
I have loads of cousins, but I have cousins. It's funny because there's about 5 of us, and we're all about 5 or 6 months apart. 5 girls,
Oh,
uh,
wow.
and so um, we're all like really close in age, and so we all grew up together. Like our parents would always have sleepovers. Like, okay, everybody go over to this aunt's house. Everybody go over here.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like my honorary sisters. I had like I said, my mom did foster
Yeah.
care. She started
Yeah.
that when I was about 9. So we have people in and out of our house, and I'm still really close with some of the girls that my mom had.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it comes from my mom. My father died when I was 4, and so my mom was a single mom, but my mother had a lot of friends. Like my mother and I didn't have the best relationship. We do now, but when I was younger, it was very, very hard for like me to connect with her after my dad died. And so I think that a lot of her friends decided to take me on. So when I like talk about my mom, yes, I have one mother, but I have so many like honorary moms, like godmothers
Yeah.
that really, and they all had different like gifts that they always like poured into me. Like I had one that she was all business, and so my business savvy, being an administrative assistant, executive assistant, HR, she taught me all of that. Like
Sounds
she's
like my
like,
mom is good.
you're gonna come to work with me, you're gonna work for me, you're my
Yeah.
assistant. Like I don't
Yeah.
really know anything about anything, but she was the one that taught me all of that. But then my mom had a really good friend, and she was just like, when I was a kid, these were my 5 best friends, and the 6 of us have been best friends for over 50 years. and you're going to learn how to be a good friend. Like, so she really, you know, when I would be like, I'm done,
Years of
you know, I'm
friendship.
burning that bridge, she'd be like, no, you go back and fix it. Nope, you go back and fix it. Don't tell me until it's fixed. So, you know, I had different people in my life that they had different skill sets. And I think that's like one of the big things about sitting under, you know, older people is that you really, they'll pour into you if you just come around them, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably where it would come from, because I am
Yeah.
an only child, and I can be
Yeah.
very spoiled. I can be very, like only child type of
This,
spoiled.
yeah, only childish things. Yes, I know. Like, yeah, I sometimes feel like I should have been an only child. Even though I've got 5 other siblings, I do act like an only child sometimes.
You do.
I really do. But I think it's more so because I'm the youngest girl, and it's just like, when I was younger, I didn't feel I had a voice. Because I was younger, it was like, oh, shut up, you're the youngest. Shut up, you're the youngest. So now I'm older, I'm like, no one's telling me to shut up. I'm going to speak up and you're going to hear my voice. Like, I'm like that now. But when I was younger, it was always like being silenced a little bit. So now that I'm older, that's probably why I chat so much and I'm so nosy. Because I'm trying to know, oh,
You
hi,
know
listen.
everything. But see, and that was the thing with me too. Like I was always raised as like, you know, people would say you have leadership qualities, and so you can't follow everybody. So I used to get in trouble for the things that everybody didn't. So I think it just made me be more accountable.
Yeah.
You know, like because people constantly would, and you know, I would always say things. I was really fresh with the mouth. I would just be like, well, it's not my fault they following me. Like,
Wait, really? Really? Was? You're talking in the past. You're talking in the past. You have some comeback and you have some cussing. When you're ready to cuss, boy, I'm like, Jesus.
You do not want to see that side of Nanny Kim.
Definitely.
That side of Nanny Kim is not nice at all. And I will not excuse it. When if I have to go off on you, you do not want the fire that I'm about to bring. It is not
cool.
It's not the nice side of this Gemini.
I've seen it. I'm like, oh my God, Kimmy is Rex. She's Bex. Like in Jamaica, we say like when someone's Bex, we're like they're Bex. Like when you're Bex, like you're fuming, you're raging, like you're Bex. You know what I mean? So
it happens, but I'm trying to tell you, it takes a really you have to do some serious stuff for me to really, really like be in that place of just going off. When I go off, it is because I have had enough of your BS. Like, and then there's
and it takes you long to get there. It takes you long to get there. I think it's a Gemini thing. Because my best friend, she's got these dusty friends, and I'm like, why are these people still your friends? And she's like, oh, you know, like, and I'm just like, get rid. They're just there. Why?
We have this
and she's
really
like,
dumb way. We have
Gemini do not like, they hold on to things too long.
Hold on to things really long. And I think the downside of it, the down and the upside of it is that because we're like that double-sided person or whatever, we can see things from both sides. So it's like, they did this, but I also see why they did it. And so we kind of like give people a lot of grace. So we end up, it's a catch-22 because it's like, it's a great attribute to have, but then you also end up staying in relationships and around people way, way longer than you should. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's always good to have you and Angela around. Because
Kim, you brought the whole family. You brought the whole family in. Like my brother's here. He's like Gemini. He's a Gemini too. He's a Gemini too. And like literally, I have like, I would say even like adopted, but my mom's like just adopted my brother Marvin, who's just come in. I love him, and he's a Gemini. And my real brother, my born brother, is a Gemini. I have a sister who's a Gemini. My nephew's a Gemini. Just you bloody Geminis everywhere. My best friend is a Gemini. Like, I do. I love you guys. When I was younger, I absolutely hated you, but now that I'm older, I love you guys. We're very similar, very free-spirited, don't like to be told what to do, like to lead, like to be in charge, like do things when we want to do them. Don't wait for people to tell us. Like,
That's why I'm an
Literally.
entrepreneur. I
Yeah.
want to. I don't like people to tell me what to do. I like to
Yeah.
do things my own way. I want to be accountable to people, but I want it to be mine. I don't want to. It's just I don't know. Like I don't even take nanny jobs if I don't have full control over the situation.
Hmm.
So it's very very weird for me. But I mean, it's a good thing because it is who I am. It's
Yeah.
but it also I've had to learn a lot of things along the way because of that. Like,
Yeah.
being able
Yeah.
to take directions well and, knowing that you're smart and that you're a leader. And so why do you have to listen to other people? But, being a leader, you have to serve. Being a leader, you have to
Yeah.
be able to take directions so that you can lead well. So, you have to learn a lot of things over time. But,
Hmm.
I think it's worth it. I think there's nothing worse to me than to see someone at my age who hasn't learned lessons that they should have learned in their 20s and 30s. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like if you're a late bloomer and you're in your 40s and you're just learning, how to be able to keep a job and how to be able to follow directions and how to be like, what have you taught your children who are like 15 and 20? Like
Hmm.
you waited too late. Like you gotta, some lessons are just learned over time. And
Hmm.
if you kind of play your life away or you're not accountable and you don't have people around you, like you should always like I always say, you should always have someone that you're mentoring and someone that's mentoring you, right?
Yeah.
If there's
Yeah.
somebody you should be pouring into someone that you know when you're pouring into someone and you're mentoring them, then you have somebody that you're responsible to, you know what I mean? Like, because you would never want to, I guess, give someone the wrong impression or look bad to
Yeah.
someone that like they're looking up to you. So you're accountable to them and you're being responsible because you have someone who's looking out for you and looking
Yeah.
at you. And then if someone is pouring into you, like you're still being accountable. So you're showing that accountability. Like I don't trust people who don't have people that mentor them. I
Mm.
don't. Like you can't tell me anything about my business if you don't actually have someone that's mentoring you in business and then someone that
Yeah.
you're like you can't tell me about my life if you're not accountable to anybody. People who are not accountable are not trustworthy. You cannot take advice from someone that you can't see their life mimicking through what they're teaching you because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so like I don't go to people to coach. No one can coach me if they're not being coached.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. And so um, I think that like when you hit a certain age, certain life lessons you should know. And if you
Yeah.
don't know them, then you're not around the right people and you need to be around people that will help you grow because you should be constantly growing. There's
Yeah.
a saying that says like in 6 months, like people say, oh, I don't change. I've never changed. I'm always the same. I don't trust people like that.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
dangerous. Every
Yeah.
6 months, people change. Whether you go backwards or whether you go forward is up to what you do. But
Mm-hmm.
every 6 months, people are changing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watch people. I sit back. That's right, Miss Morgan. Like
Yeah.
check
Check
imbalances.
and balance.
I need
Account
to
is
be checked
key.
sometimes.
Accountability is key. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is important. Like it's like
Mm-hmm.
community is important. Who you're around. Um, you know, that saying. Show me a person's friends, and I'll tell you who they are. Like that is, it's a true statement. So gotta kind of watch. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely. What's one thing you can't live without, Kimmy Kim?
I can't live without my radio. Hey, hey.
Yes.
I
Yes.
am.
Someone else
I
said
am
that as
like,
well.
that's a real song, guys. I just dated
Yeah.
myself. That is a
Yeah.
real song.
Yeah.
But I am a music fan. Like to my heart, I wake up and I'm like, Alexa, play blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I won't say it too loud because she'll really start playing it.
Yeah.
But like, I wake up listening to music. I go to bed listening to music and different types of music. I
Yeah.
just love music. It sets my mood and my tone. If I feel like a little weird during the day, I might need to hear, a little Jersey boy Bon Jovi to get me
Yeah.
in. You know,
Is that where
and
it's from?
listen, we have some
Oh,
of
I
the
love
best
Bon
musicians
Jovi.
are from New
Oh,
Jersey.
my mom got me into Bon Jovi. I love Bon Jovi. He's from New
Listen, he
Jersey.
is from New Jersey. He is a Jersey boy. Jersey has
Oh,
all the best musicians. And if anybody gets on here and tells me anything different, I will tell you it's not true.
yeah.
Jersey has some of the best musicians ever. Like, we are so into the music. It's not like Bruce Springsteen is from Jersey, Queen Latifah, Jersey, Lauryn Hill,
Really?
Jersey. We Jersey heads. We love, like, we
Oh
are
my
like
God. You know what?
amazing, amazing. We
No
have
way. You
something.
know what I love, yeah? Everyone that's from New Jersey loves New Jersey. Like, you see,
It's
people
the
from
best
London
place.
don't like London. We
No,
hate it. We're here, we're like, it's dry, it's cold. They're always complaining. I love London, don't get me wrong. There's so many things I love about London, yeah? But to me, London isn't home. Birmingham's home to me. Do you know what I mean? There's not much in Birmingham either, but I love Birmingham. Birmingham's home to me. I love London too for several reasons. But I don't enjoy living here all the time because I've lived in other countries.
mm-hmm.
It just doesn't compare. Like, it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm a beach kind of girl. Like, I love the beach. I love hot countries. So London for me, it's like I'm here, but I'm not here. If that makes sense. But everyone from Jersey loves Jersey. I
Jersey,
think that's
let me tell
amazing.
you, Jersey is, for one, it's very artsy. And
Oh, that's what I mean.
you can find everything that you want in Jersey. Like, I know how people talk about California. You can be at the beach, you can be in the mountains, you can be. Jersey is, I would say, like a 2 to 3 hour ride from everything you need. You can find a beach here. You know, you have like the gaming casinos and stuff if you like that kind of stuff. It's really artsy, so you can find like amazing things to do. There's always something to do here, always. It's super kid friendly. It's expensive. That's the only thing that I don't like. It's very expensive to live here, but like you know, I can take a quick trip to New York. I can go to DC. I can go, you know, down to the shores.
How
I can
far is
go.
DC from you?
DC is about maybe about 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours.
That's the way you made it out like it's like 10 minutes
Connecticut is
down the
right around
road.
the corner.
You made it out like it was ten
It's
minutes
close to,
down the road.
yeah, it's it's close. I'm just saying, it's close to everything. If now you can get on a train, you don't have to drive. You can get on a train
Yeah, I
and get
know, but you
a
know
train
what?
and be there for like in like an hour.
It's an American thing, yeah, for you not to do long road trips. It's an
I love
American
that.
thing.
Listen,
Literally, my last, not my
it
last
is.
nanny boss, but one of my last mommy bosses, she was like, yeah, we're going in the car for 12 hours. I said, 12 hours in a car? She's like, yeah, you stop off and then you carry on and do it. I'm like, what is it with American people that like to drive? Like, you don't like to drive far.
Listen, I'm the one that people would call in my family. My family would call me and be like, I need to go to such and such a place. Can I just pay you to take off and drive me? I'd be like, yes, I love driving. If I'm
What?
mad, if I'm mad at someone, or if I start to feel depressed, I literally will get in my car and drive until I go wherever I stop. Who knows where I'll end
Wow.
up? But I like to get
Well,
in the car,
yeah.
put my music
We're
on, and if
driving to
it's for
DC
seven
then.
hours, 8 hours, I'm driving.
We're driving to DC. When I come, we're having a road trip.
Yes, I
Yes.
can't.
I'm going to go look at the map now and be like, right, we're starting here. We're going to drive to here. That's it. How long is it to get to Texas? Like 12, 16 hours? How
From
long?
here, it'll be about a good day.
Huh?
It's about a good 24 hours at least. But we could do it. We can make stops.
Good.
We can make pit
Literally, we can
stops.
stop. Kim, no, this is getting me
Maybe
excited
show us.
because I
Maybe see
literally
the
will take,
rest.
literally, Kim, if you're on it, yeah, don't gas me because I will
Listen,
pack my bags right now, yeah,
Shonda,
for November.
this is the perks of being an entrepreneur. I can work wherever I am.
Yo, yo, yo,
Where I'm.
yo. Okay, we're doing it, both guys. You've seen it on here, yeah? Kimmy Kim said it. Me and Kimmy Kim, we're gonna do a road trip. We're gonna bring Cece with us. We are going on a road trip. Oh, I've always wanted to do a road trip around
Nanny
America, you
Shy and
know?
Nanny Kim on the go are on the
Go,
go.
go,
We're
yeah,
taking US. As soon as the borders open, guys.
yeah. Let's do it.
Put your entries in my DM.
Yes, where should we stop at? Where should our first stop be? I'll give you all the vegan goodness. Yes, please do.
Well, we're
Hi,
definitely going to go to DC. We could
I've been
definitely.
living ages.
We
Oh
can
my
hit
God.
DC, hit Virginia and Maryland all in one day, 1 or 2 days. We can spend the night
Wow.
in DC.
I didn't even know they were all so close. That is, yeah, we'll go in. Listen, guys, I've always wanted to do a road trip in America, but I'm just like, I need to find someone that wants to do the driving because I'm not doing that. I would want to be a passenger. Um,
You
but
know what would
yeah,
be
I need to
really
do that.
fun? We may have to rent a camper,
Yes,
like an
yeah,
RV.
yes. That is a bit of me. Bring it. Yo, let's
I
do
think I
it.
would love to. I would love to do that. I have never done that. That
We'll
would
do
be a
it for like 2 months, 2 or 3 months. Just go to different states. That would be dope. Okay.
all right,
I'm gonna
guys.
start planning this now. I'm gonna start planning this now. I actually, no word of a lie, I was actually thinking to myself. Recently, I just broke my earring. I just basically was thinking to myself, I need to save like 10K, yeah, and just go to America and go on a road trip.
You should.
Literally, I had that thought like a week ago, and now you said it. It's a sign, man. It's a sign.
It's
I
a
always
sign.
ask God to show me signs.
I think
So I'm
so.
trying to fix this.
Hi,
But
Nessa.
yeah. Hi, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my sis. That is my sis right there. But
Look,
I've got
and we
a few more questions for you, Kimmy Kim, and then I'm
yeah,
gonna
give me
let
a
you get
question.
on.
This is
So I know
what
you've
we
got
do
stuff
all
to
the
do.
time, guys. We sit on the phone for a really long time. You guys are
Yeah, we
getting
do. We
you're
actually
getting an
do.
insider. You're getting an
Literally,
insider.
this is what it is. We literally are on the phone for like 4 or 5 hours sometimes. And even we'll even be working and still be on the phone and just
I know. I know. Me and
it's
Angela
like
do work. We do work
literally guys
conversations all the
email
time.
literally. Um Kimmy Kim, what's one thing people will be shocked to know about you?
Just one. Let's see.
Oh, there's a few. Go ahead.
Sure, there's always a few. Um, well, you already said that I'm a licensed and certified dog groomer and trainer. That's one thing. Um, I love golf. I'm a huge scrapbooker. I love the scrapbook. Like,
Yeah.
um, what else? What else? I'm a Republican. That's always a shock. Everybody's like, you're a Republican. I'm like, yeah, I am. Guilty as
What's the
charged.
difference? There's Republican and what?
There's like Republican and Democrat. And then there's
Oh.
liberals and conservatives. Like,
What would
like
Trump?
Trump is a Republican.
Really? No way. I didn't know that. I want to think about it. So what's Biden then?
He's a Democrat.
Really?
Our
I
our
didn't know
lives
that.
our
You're the
lives are
second
so
person
blurred
I know.
nowadays. I don't
That
even
means
think there's
my
really
cousin
like
voted for Trump, you know. He voted for Trump and he was like, I actually want him to win. And I was like, really? You're the first black person. So you're the second black person I know then.
yeah, it's always like a
Republican.
shock. It's always a shock to people when they're like,
Why?
you're like you're you're a Republican and like you believe in guns, and I'm like, I do. Like I, have a license and that's
Yeah.
what
Is
but
it true that everyone in America, most people have a gun?
I wouldn't say most people.
Okay. In England, it looks like everyone in America owns a gun and everyone just can shoot whenever they want. That's what it looks like from being in
That's
the
what it
UK.
looks like. Media will have you believe that but it's not really true. There's some
Okay,
people
cool.
that, there's some people that are like avid about like I have the right to carry a gun and I'm going to carry it and I'm going to have 50,000 guns but then there are just regular people that are just like, okay, well, I want a gun just to protect myself. It's in my home, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I knew a nanny
And there are
that carries
people
a
that are
gun.
like, I will not touch a gun. I will not have a gun in my home. I don't believe anybody should have a gun unless you're military. Like, so it's like extreme sides. I think
Yeah,
it's just like one of those things of, you believe what you believe. And
yeah, yeah.
but for me, I've always been, a
That is
single,
shocking, actually.
person.
That you're
Yeah, for
Republican.
me, I'm like, I'm single. I'm a woman in the house by myself. I carry multiple things of protection. And I tell nannies too, like if you're with those kids, you out and you're a single female, walking around by yourself and you're with children, you need to have some pepper spray. You need to have a taser. You need to have something.
Yeah,
Because anything could happen, and you have to be able to protect yourself and the children that you're with.
Yeah.
I think one time Nanny Announcements did a story about a nanny who, and it was really sad, like a nanny who had a child and she just come from taking them on a walk, and as she walked in the house, a man forced his way in behind her. They tied the baby up, tied her up, and sexually assaulted her and beat her. And she was a nanny just doing her job. She wasn't aware of what was going on.
Never heard of that. Wow.
Things, you know, and to me, that's the scariest thing to ever happen. Because a lot of us, we do things like on a schedule every day. Like if people are watching you and you're with someone else's children and you have to think, like, you can't even, it's different if you're just walking around by yourself. You only have to protect yourself and think about yourself. But when you're on the job, you can't just think about only yourself. You have to think about the kids that you're with. Who, you know, how are you protecting a child and yourself and you have nothing? You have nothing on you. Nothing. Like, you're not walking around with a key chain alarm. You don't have any, like, you have nothing. In my car, there are about 4 or 5 weapons in my car. My keychains have weapons on them. I do not play. I do not believe in just,
wow. So hold on. You know, I never knew that. That's very sad. That is very sad. And it's mad because the same thing happened for me with a driver. He was saying when he does the school run, he never does the same route twice. And I was like, I never really thought that, you know? But yeah.
It's scary that people actually have the time to sit and stalk you and figure out your life. But I mean, you would be surprised. I mean, even on social media, people will stalk you on social media. It's just weird.
You know about my experience, right?
Yeah, it's a very weird hobby to have.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So
yeah.
You know.
That was a scary thing for me. Before even going online, I did contemplate, what if people get a bit obsessed? I don't know why I had that, because I just thought, I didn't even know what was going to happen when I went online, but that was something that was scary. When it did happen, I was like...
I mean, but it happened, scary. But you see, even when you brought it to me, I was like, no, we're going to nip that in the bud. That is not okay. And I don't believe in people stalking you on social media and doing, like, it's a right to be able to feel safe wherever you are, whether you're home, whether you're on social media. You know, yes, you put certain security measures in place and you can't control everything, but the things that you can control, you control. If you know, and I say it to you, I've said it to you, and I say it to anyone. If you feel like someone is overstepping something and making you feel uncomfortable in a way that is like making you feel like you are doing something wrong and it's not them, but you feel like, hey, I don't think that this is right. Anytime you have a check in your spirit about somebody doing something that is aggressive towards you, you need to check them. You need to approach them, and you need to find out if what you feel is accurate. And you have the right to do that. I do not, it's just not something I condone. I don't, you know, and I'm okay with approaching someone for someone else. I'm okay with saying,
I know.
I'll be the bad person, but I want to make sure if you don't stop doing what you're doing, I will expose you. I will let everybody know. I will, like, there are things that you can do. You have to feel safe. You have to be okay. And that's fine, you know?
So, no, I appreciate you. You and Angela were so supportive when I was going through that. Like, you didn't play. Like, I was so shocked. Cause I just said it to you in passing, not thinking anything of it. You was like, no. Like, we are sorting it out right now. And I'm the type of person, like, I'm very selective with what I put my energy to. So when it comes to things like, basically, I know someone doesn't like me, I don't care. So I'm not going to address it, because I generally don't give a shit. That's my, honestly, I don't give a shit. So I'm not going to say anything. Like, I know you don't like me. I know you don't like me. I don't care. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to get down to why you don't. I don't care. So we happily know that there's someone out there that doesn't like me, and I'll just leave it as that. But some people like, no, like, I feel like you need to sort. No, I don't feel like I need to sort anything out, because I'm not the one with the problem. Do you know what I mean? And that's normally like my stance with a lot of things. Like, I don't want to put my energy into things that are not serving me well. Like, if you feel this way about me, you can feel that way about me. I'm not trying to change that. I've always been that way. And it's just a thing that, like, I just don't, like, I'm not interested in people liking me. Like, I don't care. But the
Right.
right people that I love and that I care for, they like me, and that's all that matters. I like me. Everyone else's like is a bonus after me. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, everyone else is a bonus. I'm grateful, but like, I have to like me first. Like, I am the only person that deals with myself every day. So,
Right.
everything else is a bonus. But that's the kind of mindset I was at the time. Like, just thinking, I know it happens, I know it's there, but I'm not in danger. Like, I don't feel like I'm in danger. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
I didn't.
I
I saw it
stood,
as a danger. I saw it as
yeah, I
danger.
know, and that
That
I
was
know, and that's why I
that was
know.
a danger and a security issue. Like the things that you were telling me were alarming, and it
Mm,
didn't. I could tell that you felt uncomfortable, even though you wanted to just like blow it off. You felt
yeah,
uncomfortable. You feel
yeah, I
uncomfortable
did.
to be addressed. So
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah, it had to be done. I appreciate. Kim, we're gonna wrap up, but before we go, I really want to ask you a question. How do you want to be remembered?
oh wow, this is always a good one. How do I want to be remembered? I want to be remembered as someone who was empathetic, someone who didn't live by everybody's rules. Um, I want to be remembered as someone who definitely was a leader. I really believe in that village leader.
Mhm.
But I also want to be remembered as someone who was good as a team player. Like I
Yeah,
feel like a lot of leaders are not team player worthy,
yeah,
and
that's
I,
true.
I want people to remember me as someone who, like, she could work alone, but she could work well with others, and
Yeah, not
was a
everyone
good
can do that.
communicator. Yeah, like was a good
Mm.
communicator, and I want to be remembered as someone who had a lot of kids. Like, and I don't mean,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, like I don't mean that as like like birth kids, but like
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, people would always say things about my mom, like, your mom has like a gazillion god kids, like my mother was
Yeah.
known. My mom is, I shouldn't say was, she is. My mom is known as someone who has mothered a community. Like when
Mm,
people talk about my mom and they talk to me and they're like, your mom changed my life. Your mom,
mm.
your mom did this, and your mom, she taught me when I didn't have it, and your mom was like, they speak so highly about my mom, and I'm thinking like, what did
Yeah,
my mom
that's
do
like
all
my
this?
mom.
Like,
Yeah, that's like my mom. She
like
helps
I
so
want to
many
be,
people.
yeah, like I want to
Mm,
be that person. Like I want to be like that person that mentored somebody that I didn't know I mentored. Like, like
yeah,
I want
yeah,
to
yeah,
speak very highly of me, I guess.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that would be what I would say.
Look what my mom wrote about you. She said, "Love you,
Oh,
Kimmy Kim." Kimmy, she calls you Kimmy Kim. Mom, that's my name for her, not yours, okay? She's like, love you, Kimmy. You are officially adopted into my family.
oh, thank you,
She
mom.
literally adores you and Angela because she knows how much you guys have helped me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
embrace me with open arms. And I even said to her, it's because of Kim why I blew. Because I went on that call and Kim started telling everyone about me. Bare nannies that didn't know started following me. I'm like, who are all these nannies? I don't know none of these people. Then I'm getting a
I
message like,
did.
yo, Nanny Kim and the Gold told me about you. You're this new UK nanny that's,
I,
you're popping. I said, hey, I mean, who's Nanny Kim on the Go? And then I went back and forth because I met you as Kimberley. So I was
yeah.
like, who's Nanny Kim on the Go? And then when I'm like, okay, she followed me. Let me follow her back. And then I looked at the face. I said, oh my God, it's Kim. And then I said, nah, I love this woman. Because you would literally tell everyone was coming to me like, yeah, Nanny Kim on the Go. And then Angela, she was like, no, I've heard your name about 6 times from
I
six
know.
different people. Who are you? Where did you come from? I need to know because kids talking about you, this person's talking about you. So I just have to thank you, man, because really and truly, like, you put me on. You put me on. Like, I will always say that you put me on to a lot of nannies I didn't know about. And then those nannies put me on to other nannies and it just went. But you was the
Yeah.
first person I know that someone came to me and said, Nanny Kim on the Go told me about you. And then I was like, okay, another person's coming, like loads of different people. So I appreciate you so much. I'm so thankful to you, man. So
Oh,
thankful. You know I love
no.
you anyway.
You were amazing. You came out and you I like that you had was it insight to really
Yeah,
helped you to bloom and to come out. And when you came out and was like, I have an agenda, I have a purpose, I have a voice. Like you came out saying the right things. And I think what happened is the first time we really had that conversation is I would always put jokes, like nanny jokes, and you popped up in my DMs and was like, I love
yeah,
it, keep going. And I
yeah,
sent
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
after that, I was just like, I love her. I just love her
yeah.
energy. And so,
Mhm.
I think that, God puts people in your life that,
Absolutely,
when he does, it's always for a purpose. Like, I don't believe that people just kind of come
absolutely.
around to just take up my time. I think that there's always a grand agenda and a plan.
Mhm.
And when you start to talk to somebody and you build a relationship with them, then you figure out what the plan is.
Yeah, yeah,
It is what
absolutely.
it is. So,
Absolutely. Now me and Kim constantly we send like funny videos and memes. Kimmy Kim's like my meme friend. We're always sending memes and videos and things that make us laugh, you know what I mean? And things
oh
that you
no.
know like child related and stuff like that. So I'm just so grateful to you, man. And thank you for just being like a pioneer, like a legend in this nanny industry. Like I would die to have the career you've had, like 25 years. Like my goal is to have like 25, 30 years saying, yeah, I was a nanny for this amount of years. Like, you can say that. You can die happy because you know you've impacted a lot of people in this world. And for me,
Yeah.
that's my goal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, you're killing it. Thank you. Thank you for just being you, for just being
Oh,
amazing.
thank you, and thank you for having me on. I know we were talking
Absolutely.
about it. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get you on here. I'm gonna have you on my
Yeah.
show. Yeah, we should do that one day. Like,
Yeah, we should. And it's long overdue. Like last year, I really wanted Kimmy Kim on, but she was just booked and busy, man. I said, no, this year you have to make time for me, man. You have to make time for me. And you did. So
yeah.
I appreciate it. Guys, there's a few things I want to go through about Kimmy Kim, yeah, in terms of like you guys supporting. She has her book, How to Find the Perfect Nanny. So please go on her website, nannykimondego.com, and go and purchase that. She also has the Nanny Kim Smart Box to go, which is like a box that is tailored around your child's age and child development. Kimmy Kim, do you have anything else that you want to let people know about? Oh, your
So Clubhouse,
clubhouse?
Clubhouse. We do have. I do professional development on Clubhouse on the second and fourth Wednesdays at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that is really fun. We're there usually for like an hour or two, depending on how long it goes. But last night we did starting the hard conversations, and we talked
Yeah.
about discipline and how do you have those conversations with parents who are not on the same page as you with discipline, or when you discipline a child, and how you would start that hard conversation with the parent about like, this is what happened. And you
Yeah.
know we talked really, it got really deep last night because we talked about children hitting the nanny and how do you respond to that, and how do you talk to the parent about that, and just kind of going into detail about that. But we've done a lot of communication skills, so problem solving, mediation, and critical
Negotiation.
negotiation. We've done negotiation. We'll probably do some more contract stuff and negotiation, but we do a lot of that there, and it's just really a safe place. And we always have fun because I do like these amazing scenarios, and people come in and
Mm-hmm.
role play, and I think it's just a fun and great way to learn. And we all learn together. And so if you can join us on the Clubhouse, that would be great. It's always under the Year of the Nanny Clubhouse, but if you join Year of the Nanny, it's a club that's in the Clubhouse. Then you'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to see when we have events coming up. But it's always on the second and the fourth Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, Kimmy Kim, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything. Obviously, I'm going to talk to you again offline, but I love you so much, and I'm going to download this video. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to put it on YouTube, put it on Facebook, and let everyone see your greatness. Thank you
Oh,
again for
thank you.
everything.
All
I
right.
love you so much. See
Love you.
you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.